Hey, hi, I'm Patrick from the Toronto Financial District BIA. Today, we're lucky to be speaking with Mr. Saad Rafi, who is the Chief Recovery Officer at the City of Toronto. Saad was also the CEO of Toronto's 2015 Pan Am Para-Pan Am Games. He served as Deputy Minister in the Ontario government at various ministries and as a partner at Deloitte LLP. Thank you for being with us today, Mr. Rafi. How are you?
I'm great, Patrick. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. We appreciate it. Can you tell us about your current role heading the City of Toronto's Office of Recovery and Rebuild?
Sure. The office was established in late April after the province had announced a province-wide emergency. It works with public health guidance, with Dr. David Mowat. And the city staff are concentrating on the restart and reopening activities to get the city to be prepared and for public health to provide guidance to companies. My mandate is to examine the impacts of COVID-19 on communities, organizations, businesses, of course, and the public in terms of the recovery and rebuild that we're all going to need to come back even stronger from this. And we're doing that through a very broad engagement strategy that started at the beginning of June.
What advantage does Toronto have when it comes to planning for economic recovery?
I think, the diversity of its population, the diversity of its business sector, to me are two distinct advantages. But I also think the adherence and the patience that the people of Toronto have demonstrated in following public health guidance that has allowed for a very gradual and I think appropriate restart and reopening of the economy, of organizations, of park space for that matter. And so those are advantages. I think with an economy this large, the flip side of that can also be its challenges. And so that's why I think the residents should take some credit for how responsibly everybody has tried to conduct themselves. And I think that's going to serve us really well over the ensuing several months to come.
When you were at Deloitte, you started the infrastructure and project finance practice. Do you see infrastructure projects supporting economic recovery in the City of Toronto?
Absolutely, I do. The municipal infrastructure deficit remains quite large. But I also think the development opportunities that have been pegged for the next 10 years equate to something in excess of $200 billion of opportunities. I think there are ready projects to go at all levels, be that transit, municipal, post-secondary. And I think as well, what we're seeing from various trade union groups is that they've reached out and have undertaken initiatives to bring underrepresented groups into the various trades, be that women, Indigenous youth, returning veterans, and they all have, I think, extensive programs. And I think we're also going to see an increased need for resilience built into our infrastructure projects, which will only benefit the city and the region overall for other challenges that we no doubt are going to face, be they health related or climate related or what have you. And I think the other levels of government are also moving very aggressively to try and ambitiously to try to make sure that money flows into communities across the country. And I think Toronto will be a very worthy recipient of infrastructure funding. And there's lots of capital looking for quality projects, of course, as your members would know well.
And businesses are cautiously beginning to reopen. We're in stage 2 now. Some people are probably sitting on a patio today. Is there anything in the financial district that you've missed and you're looking forward to get back to?
Yes, certainly. It's such a key element of the economic success of the city and the region, and for that matter, the country. When you look at the members and what they and who they represent, from the largest to the very smallest of companies are in the financial district BIA catchment, and I think the small employers, the small companies in this pandemic have really been hit hard, and we all know that. And it's been very challenging on them. That I know for sure, and I've heard from them directly in that regard. and they may not as readily as a large organization be able to, quickly adapt business practices and the public health guideline requirements. So I'm really looking forward to their gradual and effective return so that they will thrive and continue to contribute to what we enjoy about the city. I'll put in a shameless plug for our survey on the website. You can go to www.toronto.ca/recovery rebuild. We definitely want to hear from individuals, associations. There's tools there that you can put up your own consultation exercise and help to shape our recommendations to City Council. And I want to just thank you for this opportunity to talk to your members.
Thank you very much. I know you've taken a really collaborative approach to this role. You've made time to speak with business improvement areas across the City of Toronto. So thank you for that, and thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, Patrick. Have a good day.
Thank you.